Okay, you see the three little points? Okay, then there's the central stem right here. And let's see. Flip it over a little bit. And so there's two leaves on the upper surface and one on the lower. And then there's these roots that come off of that. But anyway, let's see. The very ends kind of come over like a centipede. They look like little centipedes. It's the best description I can think of. But anywho's, this is, let's see, that. So, Bazzania, triloba, and that's the trilobes right there. So there's the center part, and then there's these little leaves that come up here. And so that's what we're looking at. So this is a leafy liverwort. There's condition, I'm not sure if that's relevant, but there's incubus and succubus are actually technical terms in leafy liverwort. So do you see the bud as you look down on it, or is it covered by leaves? And that's what those terms refer to. But anyways, a leafy liverwort is a relative of moss. There are thallus liverworts, and I kind of feel thallus liverworts are further from leafy liverworts, than our mosses at times, because there's so much structure on the leafy liverworts versus the thallus liverworts. So, but regardless, they're grouped as variations of liverworts. So thallus liverworts would be Connocephalum, which I've done videos on in Colorado and in here in Illinois. So this is a water-loving plant, not necessarily in water. There are some species that are actually in the water. The leaves are about 1 cell thick, so they absorb everything from the rain and the atmosphere and whatnot, so sensitive to pollution. This is actually a fairly large one from a species genera standpoint. Certainly not the largest, but awfully large. And let's see what else. These guys are, this particular species, triloba, is found throughout the northern hemisphere, probably spread through spores, but it might have been through plate tectonics. So they go back quite a ways to the Silurian. So these predate, from a ancestral genetic standpoint, trees, maybe even sharks. But regardless, the first land plants, kind of, sort of, maybe. These are still very much dependent on the atmosphere for things to happen. So there's no xylem and phloem or anything like that. But regardless, lots of diversity, but not a lot of species within liverworts. So this is like the branch tips of an enormous tree, but a lot of the tree is gone. So these guys are very tough. They do dry out and they do come back. And so this is a forest floor, is where I found this. So, but anyway, leafy liverwort, or a leafy liverwort.